Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzzFCA podcast. For those who have never heard of BuzzFCA podcast or FCA in general, this is the Filipino Cultural Association at the University of Maryland College Park. We embrace our culture to the UMD community and create everlasting memories while doing so. So this podcast will expose you, our viewers, or listeners about our community and lifestyles by the general body, for the general body. And for this episode, we have Joshua.
Hello, everybody.
Yes,
I am on the
Joshua.
BuzzFCA podcast.
Yes. Joshua is our second Gen Bod guest and is known for bringing excitement to any occasion. Currently a junior computer science major, this year's headwaiter for PCN, and junior debutant for the annual FCA debut, coming out March 5th. If you guys want more information, go to FCA_UMCP for more information. Joshua is actually one of our earlier guests on our BuzzFCA content a year back. So his face is pretty familiar on our platform, and we are super glad to have him for this episode. Welcome, Joshua. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Thank you for having me.
Ooh.
I'm excited to be back in the BuzzFCA sphere after taking a little brief hiatus. I have finally returned.
Yes. What have you been doing since your hiatus?
Honestly, I just have a lot of work. Yeah, personally, as a CS major, I do have a lot of projects and stuff. And I am also doing writing committee, which is fun.
Gosh,
I am the head writer.
Oh my god, what's writing committee?
Oh my gosh,
Oh
I am
my
hashtag
God.
glad you asked. Basically, what's PCN? Well, PCN is Philippine Cultural Night and the culmination of everything FCA, and the head writers are in charge of writing the script for the play that kind of puts all of PCN together. So we make the script and we kind of combine both modern and cultural dances into it, and we have workshops every Tuesdays and Fridays from 7 to 9 if anyone wants to come at Oz.
Ooh,
Yes,
what's the
be
handle
there.
that people should be following you?
At fca.writing on Instagram. And also follow the FCA UMCP page if you haven't already.
Ooh, sweet. We usually do an icebreaker, but for this one, since we're talking about Korean dramas and like Korean culture kind of music thing, do you have a favorite song at the moment?
Well, it's like I was telling Jowen about this earlier, but it's like there's like a Japanese group that promotes in Korea, but they sing in all English. But it's kind of like K-poppy vibe. It's a song called like Shooting Star by XG. If anyone has heard of it, it is pretty good. I say it's like a vibe, a little R&B-esque inspired, and it's all in English. So if you want to sing along, like you can, like it's just like a fun like jam. And XG also has another song called Left Right, which Jowen also said he really liked earlier. So I was like, OMG. But yeah, I've really been listening to, I'd say, a lot of XG. They only have like 5 songs, so I can't say I've been listening to like a lot, but they've been on repeat.
No, I was listening to them in the car actually. That's kind of funny that you said that. Because I was like, I want to listen to stuff. Like, no. So I was like, oh, okay. I like it. Hopefully they have like better music. Or not better music, but like more music to bring and things like that. Seren, have you listened to XG?
I have not. I am like very new to the K-pop world, so I'm kind of only into like the basics right now. I could say like, you know, New Jeans twice,
Okay,
Seraphim,
New
a little bit of BTS, like. But
True.
FCA is definitely pulling me in to the deeper, the lore, and like the smaller groups, or like the groups that are on the rise, that kind of thing. Definitely getting into it.
Nice. I heard didn't Twice release something, or am I not?
Oh yeah, they had an
Okay.
English comeback recently. It was Moonlight Sunrise.
And they're in LA right now.
They are?
They are?
Yeah, it's on TikTok.
Oh.
And they're they just announced their like next tour, and they're gonna be coming to the US. I think California and New York and like another place, I think.
would you want to go to their concert? I know you went to the SZA concert the other day.
Oh shoot, how was SZA?
I went to SZA on Monday. It was incredible. It was amazing. It was perfect. I don't even know how else to describe it. It was so amazing. She was so good. The energy was amazing. I'm so lucky to have gotten a ticket and like a good view. It was just perfect. I literally don't even know how else to describe it. But would I go to a Twice concert? I mean, I would. But like with this tour specifically, it's like the closest one would be like New York, and like I don't have the funds or the time to go out to New York for that. And getting SZA tickets was hard enough. Like that was luck. But getting like K-pop concert tickets is gonna be crazy. So I don't think maybe I'll try, but like I don't think I really can. But my brother lives in California and he's gonna try to go. So
Kuya, can you get me a ticket?
he'd have to, if he buys me the ticket and the plane ticket, sure.
Ooh,
But
yeah.
I don't
So
think
here's
he's
something to
gonna
ask
do
him.
that for me.
Next time you see him, Kuya. But yeah, because I saw the view, I was like, dude, how'd she get that floor? Because I saw the tickets were like $200, $600. I was like, what?
Oh, were you on the floor?
No.
Oh.
We were in like the 200s, so we were
Oh.
up a level, but at a good like angle.
That's still a good,
Yeah,
still
that
a good
is
view
good.
though.
Very, very lucky. Very appreciative.
Wow. FOMO, big FOMO, because everybody was there. Oh my god, were you there, Jojo?
I wasn't. I couldn't get tickets.
That's okay. They're expensive. Okay, anyways, back to Korean culture. Getting back us on track. Definitely towards Korean dramas. For once, I got into them like when I was younger, maybe like middle school, but then nowadays I haven't been too interested in all of the dramas lately. But I'm lucky that Joshua brought it up as one of his topics, because I would love to know what's going on in the K-drama like community. So did you have any, actually, how did you get into Korean dramas for the first question for you?
So it was kind of in high school. I got into like K-pop first, kind of like around 2018, and that kind of just like naturally led to me watching like a bunch of K-dramas. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but there's this K-drama called Goblin, which I really like.
Ooh, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it has Gong Yoo. He was like, if you remember that guy in Squid Game. I'm assuming you watched Squid Game. You know that guy like by the subway, like they would like throw stuff on the ground, like that type of game with the card.
Him?
Yeah, the guy with the tux. Yeah, that was Gong Yoo. But yeah, I really like Goblin. He's just like, I don't know, like it was a little weird though, because he was like 500 years old or something.
Oh.
And like, yeah, like canonically 500. And like the girl he was like courting was like 20. So yeah, something like that. But like, I don't know, it was still pretty cute, and I think it was one of the better K-dramas that I watched.
I've heard Goblin a few times, because there's been so many parodies about it, so I never got into it as much, so I didn't really know like the story behind it. But that's pretty cool, pretty sweet. Seren, your K-drama experiences.
I was talking to Josh about this before we started recording. The most K-drama content I have consumed is like one episode of Crash Land. No, not that one. Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. I've heard of Crash Landing on You, but I have not watched that one either. So that's about it. I have very limited knowledge, and I'm hoping that Josh can teach me a little bit and also get me into it.
Yes. I agree. I've heard about the Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha before, because I saw it on Netflix, but then I think I lost interest. I was like, nah, it's not for me. But definitely, do you have any current K-dramas that you're watching like at the moment on like either on Netflix or any like other streaming platforms that you're doing right now?
There's this one called, I mean, it's a K-drama in the sense that it's like a Korean drama, but it's actually like a movie. I'm not sure if you've heard 20th Century Girl.
My roommate loves that movie. She watched it the other day and she was telling us about it, and she started crying while she was just telling us about it, but she wasn't even telling us what would happen, what was happening in it. She was literally just like, guys, it's so good, like it's so crazy, and she just started crying, and she cried for like 5 minutes about it, but she didn't even say a word about what happened.
She was just crying.
She was just crying.
That's so iconic.
So I told her I'd watch it, but now that you say it, like, yeah, I have to watch it. I'll watch it this weekend.
Because I saw it on like my TikTok, because sometimes I get like little scenes from like K-dramas on my TikTok, and I'm like, oh, like maybe I'll watch this, and I don't know, like a scene like drew me into it, and I knew nothing about it, And then I watched it like some random day, and it was like at noon or something, and I thought it was gonna be happy. Like, I'm not spoiling anything, but it was like, it really was such a happy film until something happened, and then I was like, and I like afterwards I had to sit there and kind of just like recuperate. And the thing is, like, we have like 2 random roommates essentially, and this is like, they don't really know us like that, so I was just sitting in like the common room, and then like one of my other roommates walks in and is like, "Are you okay?" Because I was just like I was trying not to cry, like I was holding it in, but I definitely think it was a very good K-drama. I would say what it's about, but I don't want to like spoil it too much. If you've heard of 2521, I feel like it's kind of like a similar vibe. It's like a throwback type vibe. I think it takes place in like the 90s or something. So
what's like a synopsis of like a general idea without like spoiling what 20th Century Girl is? For those who haven't watched yet.
Well, it's just about like a guy and a girl and the circumstances that lead to their relationship. That's really vague, but that's all I could say without giving too much away of the plot. So I feel like most K-dramas are like that. But there's a big, I won't say what it is, but there was a little bit of a plot twist at the end that I did not see coming. That kind of like breaks your heart. So if you're planning to watch it, like just keep that in mind so you don't like #cry.
Oh my god, he's getting us prepared, guys. Hold back your tears. You said it's a movie instead of a
yeah,
movie?
so it's like, I think it's like an hour and a half or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because I know like K-dramas can be like a big time commitment also, so it's kind of like hard to like fully get into it, especially when there's like 15 episodes or something. But I definitely think 20th Century Girl is just something you could like turn on and just like, you know, it's not like too committing, I think.
Oh, okay, cool. Was there any other K-dramas that you have, like, you've been watching, or some that you've already finished, like, earlier?
Oh, actually, there's this series called The Glory, which is like, yeah, it's on Netflix. It's pretty good. It's not like your traditional K-drama, like lovey-dovey, cheesy, like kissy, mwah, like.
Okay.
No, it's like more of like a darker K-drama. I think it really is like about like it kind of highlights like class difference in like Korea, and like how like, you know, like kind of like the big divide that there is, and like there's not much class mobility. I feel like that's like the main theme surrounding it, but it basically surrounds this main character. I forgot her name, but she was like bullied like relentlessly throughout school by like the popular rich kids, and then she's kind of having her revenge era as an adult. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Part 1 is out right now and it's finished, but I know part 2 is coming later this semester.
Oh, there's parts?
Yeah.
I thought it was episodes.
Oh, I mean, like, they are episodes. It's like part 1 of this season. It's like part 1 of the season, and then part 2 is like coming out like soon. Or it might be season 2, like, I don't know. But it's like a continuation of the story, basically. It ended on a cliffhanger, so.
Wow,
yeah.
Okay, cliffhanger. I've seen stuff about that on TikTok too. I've seen like clips of her like getting her revenge. I was like, oh, well, maybe I can get into this. I don't know.
Yeah, no, she's kind of like a girl boss. Like, I don't know, like, I'm like, yes, like, okay, you do that. You do that.
Okay. I like those I'd say genres about, I don't know, would you consider that like social issues? Like class differences?
Well, I mean, I guess it's like a genre, but it's mainly like, I think more like thriller-y or like just more serious. I wouldn't say like that's like the main genre, but I think it's definitely like an underlying theme that's like highlighted through the show. Cause like basically like, you know, she was picked on because she was like helpless and she didn't have like that much money and stuff, like that much clout in school. So it's just like, yeah, like it definitely shows like there's a big like social divide. I think that's what they're trying to highlight.
Kind of makes sense. So would it be like the popular girls got like richer, or like they got like normalized?
Yeah, it's like when they criminalized.
Oh, normalized. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Oh no, I mean like it's like everyone knows all the bad things they did, but like they never like suffered the repercussions of it. So it's like, oh, like now they can finally kind of get their comeuppance from the main character, which I'm all for. Like, you do you, like, reap the consequences of your actions. Yeah.
Nice. Dang, now I kind of... Maybe I have to watch it now because I keep seeing it everywhere. Is it usually like when you're on social media, you're influenced by like the things you see, like TikTok? Because they have like a ton of like clips that show on TikTok, and it's just like from the different movies or shows or K-dramas, things like that.
Yeah, honestly, like, because I scrolled like the For You page like a little too often, like it's a little bad, and there's always the occasional like clip from a TV show like juxtaposed against like, you know, like someone's playing a game on the side. Yeah, like Subway Surfers, but now it's just like any miscellaneous like game. Like it just hooks me in.
Even like slime videos. Like I always get, or like soap cutting next to it. I'm like, I love both of these.
No, literally. I'm like, this is like a sensory overload, and like this isn't healthy, but I'm gonna keep looking at it. I also get like like Simpsons, like, or like Family Guy like clips, and then it's just like a slime guy next to it. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on my feed page. But I'm like, this is kind of influencing me because now I want to watch Family Guy. So yeah,
there's like a lot of South Park that showed up on mine, right? Did you guys have that?
Like every single day, like I've seen so many random South Park clips. I have no idea the context of any of them because it's always like some random scenario, like someone's a dragon, like for some reason now he's up on stage with like Hillary Clinton. Like I don't know what's going on, but like it is just so intriguing. These weird cartoon people just like talking to me through the screen.
It's the algorithm, yo. I don't know why they do that. It's kind of strange. What other, besides like K-dramas, have you guys seen anything besides like South Park and like Korean dramas that have like those sensory TikToks, or like that's probably it?
I've gotten a couple of, I don't know what it's not Judge Judy, but it's another like court show like that.
Judge Judy do?
That? No, literally. I don't know her name, but yeah, it's like one of those court things, and it's like at the big decision on like, so on one side it's like the ruling, and then the other side it's like slime.
Slime.
Oh my god, that's funny. I think, okay, let's go back to K-dramas. Oh my god. For one, how would you say, like, do you know how many K-dramas you've watched since high school, or is it just like too much to count?
Oh, well, I had like a spreadsheet that I would keep. It hasn't been like updated, but it's like a considerable amount, like 20 to 30. I feel like. Yeah. It's not like too much because it's like it's like a big time commitment, like low key, and I get bored, so I drop like some K-dramas. But yeah, I haven't been in my K-drama watching phase recently though, because like of how much school is coming up. But at the beginning of the semester, that's when I like binge watched The Glory basically, and I watched 20th Century Girl. So if I have like free time, I like to watch K-dramas. I usually watch it with my roommate actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
okay,
so we have like a big TV, so it's like a whole ordeal.
Might as well use it, right? So you've said that you've watched like a good amount of dramas throughout the years, 20 to 30. I mean, out of one of them, was there like one like drama that resonated with you the most, like one that you can't forget out of all of like the ones that you've watched over the years?
There's one called like Vincenzo. Does it ring a bell?
Yes, my roommates have also been watching that.
At first, like I was like, oh my god, like why is it 20 episodes and like why are they all like an hour and a half each? But well, at first it was a little off-putting because we have this like Korean man and he's like
being Italian.
Yeah, he's like
what?
So he's like he was adopted from Korea by like the Italian mafia.
Huh?
He like grew up in Italy, and like literally the beginning scene is him like talking in Italian, and you can tell he doesn't know how to speak Italian very well. And he's like, I'm Vincenzo Casano, and then like and then he like burns down a winery, and then I was like, what is going on? But like it captivated my attention, but I was also like, the CGI is a little interesting here. But I stuck through for a couple episodes because I was still a little unsure about it, because I was like why is he speaking Italian, like what is going on, like the CGI is a little weird. But it like kind of took a shift, like it was like so like thriller, like drama, like James Bond, and then it became like a cutie little like K-drama, but then it went back to like James Bond and like killing and like oh my god, the
Oh.
mafia is here, like to take control.
Oh my
like,
god.
but it still had like the tropes, some of the tropes of like a regular K-drama. Like there is a romance. I feel like that's like typical for any kind of K-drama. But I don't know. I just thought it was really intriguing. Like the plot was really unique. I think his name's Song Joong-gi.
We'll find it, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like I think he's like pretty cute. So I was like,
Oh.
okay, like
Alright.
hey, like hey boy. And yeah, I don't know. I was just like really entertained the entire time. I was telling my friend to go watch it, but like she's never gonna watch it because she says like 20 episodes. Like, what are you talking about? But I don't know. Like, I live for like the random Italian like sprinkled out of nowhere. They're like, oh, like, are you Italian? And he'll be like, benvenido la sabamba. I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? Like, don't do that. And like
Oh my
sometimes they're like,
God.
Vincenzo Casan. I'm like, oh my god, like don't play with me right now. Like,
Oh my
like,
goodness.
don't play with me. But I think it's a pretty fun watch. You could definitely like watch it over a year though. It gets a little, I don't know. Like if you don't watch it like all the way, like I feel like some K-dramas kind of just fall off. You know what I mean? Like it's something you just kind of have to watch kind of like in succession. But I definitely think it was a good K-drama. If anything, a little bit cheesy at times, but that's like, that's what you always expect. And there's Italian in there if you want to study Italian.
For the Italians. Ooh. That's so interesting. I've never heard of like, I guess, a Korean speak Italian for a K-drama.
Yeah, no.
Cross-cultural K-drama.
Okay, cross-cultural. Oh my god. Is that like on Netflix? Or like...
Yeah, it is on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's still on Netflix. I'm assuming it is.
I've just never heard of that. It's so interesting.
I'm pretty sure it's still on there. Yeah, my roommates are currently watching it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Do they like it?
Yes, they.
Okay.
Two of them are watching it. And they think it's very funny.
Yeah, it's got some humor in it.
Okay, humor. All right, Seren, might as well join them, right?
Yeah.
I think, but the length of like the K-drama, I think that's like normal because it's like K-drama is usually like an hour or something per episode.
Yeah, like an
so-
hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
but I know this one is like longer in the number of episodes too.
For the one that we just talked
Yeah,
about.
Vincenzo.
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 Well, we'll put it up on the screen or something. Oh my god. That's so funny. I can't get over that. Is it like, are there Italian people in it or no? Just like,
Well, I'm not sure if they're actually Italian.
oh, well.
Like, I just feel like they hire like a random white person sometimes. Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I mean, when they speak, like it sounds like real Italian to me. But I'm also no Italian expert, so don't quote me on anything.
Yeah, we're Filipino. We don't know nothing about Italians unless someone has some type of blood related to Italian. So
I'm sadly not Italian. Sadly, I'm not Italian.
when you're looking, I'd say when you're looking for like a drama. I know you said you're not in the. Oh, I know you said not in the phase right now since like you're a little bit busy with school. But was there like a specific genre that you try to look for if you are looking for like a K-drama to watch?
I mean, I'm not really too picky with K-dramas. I've watched kind of like a lot of like serious ones and a lot of like lovey-dovey cheesy ones, but I don't know, like sometimes fantasy kind of like, I like to avoid fantasy a little bit because I like my K-dramas to be like grounded in some reality, you know what I mean? But I don't know, whenever I do watch like a fantasy K-drama, I end up enjoying it, so it's just kind of like a little barrier I have to overcome sometimes. But it's basically anything, like if I see like scenes on TikTok that kind of like intrigue me,
Yeah.
or if I hear like word of mouth from friends, like, oh, I like this like K-drama, like I usually kind of like watch it. But there are some where it's just like completely random.
Oh, yeah, that's
like,
fine.
like I'm just like, might as well, and then I click it. I'm like, oh, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think there's like an underlining, like maybe like a theme from like the K-dramas that you have been watching?
Oh, honestly, like I really like love triangles. Like,
Love triangle.
Like,
Always a good one.
Okay, love triangle.
yeah, because like it's just so juicy. Like who's gonna end up with who? Like we know who's gonna end up with who, but like I love the thrill of it. Like the
Right.
chase. Like there's always like I think
The
they call it the
fighting.
second lead, like the second lead syndrome. People are like, oh my god, like he's the second lead, so he won't end up with her, but I want him to. That sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that happened to me like several times with the second lead. It's just like, oh, why do they put the script like this? Can they just change it? Oh, they should do that for a new K-drama. They should have the second lead take the girl.
That's true, but
Yeah.
wouldn't that just be like the regular lead then?
Oh man. Dang, that's true. But yeah, I think when I was watching K-dramas, it was more like love triangle ones, and then stuff that are like slice of life type of ones.
Oh, slice of life is
is
always
that-
nice.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Cool. Dang. Now, you need to give me lists. Oh my god, of all these dramas, 'cause I will not remember any of them. But awesome. For the next question, I do have. I know you mentioned how most of the genres that you do aim for Korean dramas, they're just like out of the blue and things like that. Do you think they like connect with your niches, like what you like to do, or is it more of like the things that you want to like watch, if that makes sense? Sorry.
I think it's like, do any of them like align with your hobbies? Is it like you have like an interest in your life and then you see a K-drama where the characters are like pursuing the same interests? Is that like something you wanna
Oh,
see?
actually, like there was one called like Startup that was kind of like, I watched it because, well, I thought the main character was hot.
Okay.
Real.
But it was kind of about like he was like a computer programmer, and he was like, I think he was in like a hackathon or something
Okay.
with a group. So I thought it was like funny to like kind of see that like represented in a K-drama, like hashtag #ComSci.
Okay, comes.
Yeah, I would like look at the screen and be like, okay, like.
You
Yeah,
knew
so
what he was
no.
coding.
Like-
I know that.
I was like, okay, I see like a for loop, like okay.
Okay, for loop.
Yeah.
Oh my
I love
God.
that.
Have you ever been into a hackathon? Or do they have them at Maryland, right?
Oh, they do have it
Yeah.
at Maryland. Actually, one of the your headphone has like Technica on it,
Oh.
like at the top,
Really?
and I think that's like, I think that's a hackathon for like underrepresented like groups, like minorities and stuff. I haven't personally been a part of that, but I did sign up for, I think it's called BitCam. There's like a
heard of
hackathon,
that,
like
yeah.
it's like coming up, I think in like the next month or two,
Ooh,
and I signed up.
exciting.
I've never been to a hackathon, so I don't know. It's like a new experience, but I thought it'd be fun. I feel like I know enough to be able to do it.
That's cool.
Hopefully.
I hear hackathons are. Don't you guys like stay up for like a really long time and like do it? Or
I think so, but it's like you're in like a group with like, I don't know, like friends and stuff, and like there's like food, and like my roommate said like the atmosphere usually is like really nice like during the hackathon. Yeah.
Okay. What's the one? Is it coming up soon? The one that you
Yeah,
signed
it's BitCamp. I don't know exactly when it is. It's in my Google Calendar, so I'll get an alert one day.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I did like a registration form. The questions were kind of funny though. Like they're like, we're gonna place you into groups. Like here's the first question. Like, what animal like would you take on? Like and win? Like what animal would you fight? And I was like, like what? Like it was like a snake, like a horse. I was like, what are we talking about? Like, I guess like personality, but I was like right off the bat, like a little crazy, like. But I copied my friend's answers because I wanted
Good,
to be
good.
in the same group as him.
Finesse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you think like the hackathon that you saw in Startup, do you think it would be similar to the one that's coming up for you, maybe?
Well, I think this one was kind of like to get hired. Like the one in the K-drama was like the one to get hired by a company. So and it was like a lot more fancy. It was like they had to like develop like some program using some like data set or something like that. I don't know. It was like so official. I'm not sure if BitCamp is probably not on that level, but
Intense,
I'm sure like people would develop pretty cool apps and stuff and like websites. Yeah.
Okay. So because when I thought about hackathons, I thought it's like they give you something to do and you have to like solve it. I thought that's like what a hackathon is.
I'm actually like not too sure like if they're giving us like a prompt or something.
Oh, but do they usually give a prompt, or is that like no?
Honestly, like I don't know. This is my first hackathon too.
It's only my first one. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll see. Like I'll get back to you. I'll see. Like after I hack the like.
Hackathon.
Yeah, hack the thon.
Oh, okay,
like
hack the
thon will be
thon.
hacked. Like after thon is gone, I'll get back to you guys and I'll let you know.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, thon will be looking forward to it too.
Oh my god, that means we have to have another episode with Joshua. Oh my
Post
god.
hackathon, billionaire.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna
Owner
be
of
really good.
Google.
Okay, Google.
Yeah,
Oh
just
my
you wait.
god.
BitCamp is the stepping stone.
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's gonna be so exciting. Okay, sweet. All right, and I do have one more question. Have you learned anything, like any life lessons in any of the K-dramas that you've watched in the past?
Life lesson.
Yeah.
I feel like like just for like relationships, it doesn't have to be romantic relationships, but I feel like a lot of problems arise with like communication. So like this is more like not like, I guess it is a life lesson, but I think communication and just communicating what you want from like a partner or a friend is really important, because I've seen like many K-dramas where either the friend of the main character or like the boyfriend or girlfriend, they just like misunderstand something or like they like read the intentions wrong, so like now it's like bubbling up and now they're fighting in the middle of a park or something. So yeah, I guess like K-dramas are like setting the blueprint for me if I ever get into a romantic relationship. Like if you're watching this right now and you like what you see, like hit me up. Like hit me up. Hit me
That's
up.
what's up.
me up.
Oh my god. Aw. I think, yeah, that's like a really underlining theme for most of K-dramas, because it's like lack of communication. And do you think it helps in a way to like think of that scenario and think of what you would have done if in that like relationship situation?
Yeah,
kind
honestly,
of?
like I'm always like, I would never have done that. Like, why did you just like text him? Like, oh my gosh, like why aren't you showing up to like his like dance party? Like this is just so wrong. I'm very vocal when watching like K-dramas. Like I'm screaming at the screen. Like I'm like no. Like there's just a lot of like emotions going on. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think, I mean, maybe I'm not too emotional, but like I think that's like with American dramas, I think I'm pretty more vocal. And for one, like they speak English, so I'm like, okay, I don't have to read anything.
Right.
So there's that. Seren, do you have any questions that you'd like to add to the floor? Any additionals?
What is one K-drama that you would tell our viewers to go watch like right now?
Oh, yeah.
Right now, let me think. Oh, well, I would say The Glory, but it's not finished yet, so I think when it finishes, everyone should watch it. But if they want to watch a finished K-drama, I watched Sky Castle on Netflix. It was also kind of like about a little bit, it had like class disparity type theme to it, but it was mainly because, well, Sky stands for Seoul, Korea, and Yonsei, which are like the Ivy Leagues of Korea. Yeah, so Sky Castle is kind of delving into like what people will do to get into those schools and like how far they would kind of go and like how like the effects on the children and stuff. But it also kind of shows like the adult side as well, which I thought was really interesting. And like I don't know, like it got crazy, like like dang, like I don't know, like I'm not spoiling anything, but woo, it was getting a little like criminal.
Oh,
It's getting a little criminal.
not to the
Okay,
Ivy Leagues. What?
That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
my goodness.
But I say everyone go watch Sky Castle. I think it's on Netflix, and it's like the standard length for a K-drama, I think. But it is very enthralling. Like I think it was one of the best K-dramas I had watched in a while. When I did watch
Ooh.
it. Yeah.
Are these like, is this like a new one that came out, or is it like kind of old?
Well, Sky Castle came out, I think, like around 2016, 2017,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't think it was put on Netflix for until like recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've been like meaning to watch it, because I heard like I saw like a bunch of interviews from it, and like people would like reference it from time to time, like K-pop idols and stuff, and I'd be like, oh, like what is this Sky Castle? Then I finally watched it, and I was like, oh, that is Sky Castle.
Sky. Is there like, I mean, is there like a significant difference between all the three schools? If it's like Ivy League, it's like.
Well, I mean, there's no like, I think Seoul is the one that everyone wants to go to. That's what it seemed like. But Sky Castle is just like, I think it's just like everyone wants to be in like one of these Ivy League type schools. Yeah, so it's like very cutthroat, like competition.
Oh Lord, that sounds like real life, like actually for those three universities. So it's like, I don't know, I'm really curious. So it's like for the adult life after college, or is it like during?
No, it's for like it's like high schoolers applying to college, but also kind of like their children. You see that like now they're tutoring, and it's like they're being tutored and they're like 11 and stuff.
Oh my God.
And it's like crazy, and like you get to see how like the parents are like putting pressures on their kids and stuff. And like the scandals are kind of it's like scandals kind of like get into college, I guess. If you thought about, like, what was that? There was one scandal, like,
Lori Loughlin.
yeah, Lori
Aunt
Loughlin.
Becky.
Yeah, I feel like
That was
that.
crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh,
like,
what is it? What is it? Go into it.
So Lori Loughlin from Full House, she was a big star, and like when Full House was out in like the 80s, 90s, very popular old like sitcom. And she has 2 daughters, and one of them who's like around our age, like a couple years older, I think, than us. She like paid to get her. She basically like paid a bunch of people to like get her into USC, but like so she like they like faked her being on the rowing team at her high school.
That
and,
Jade
like,
girl.
Yeah,
right?
Olivia
Okay, keep going.
Jade is her daughter. And like I think even maybe also like to like fudge some SAT scores or something like that, but yeah, she just committed like a bunch of fraud to get her daughter into USC. So she went to jail for a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's like, because I was like, that's kind of like similar to what the parents, like not exactly what they would do, but it's like the parents' motivations and the things they do would be similar to what Lori Loughlin would have done. Yeah, especially like there's like one like tutor, I forgot her name. She's from Fairfax, Virginia in the show for some reason. So when I hear people talk about Fairfax, Virginia, me and my roommate like look at each other and we're like,
in a K-drama they talk about Fairfax.
Yes,
That is so
like,
funny.
We were just sitting there and then they say Fairfax and we're like,
Virgin.
Virginia. Like I was like, why is she
No
from Fairfax,
way.
Virginia? They're like, everybody knows her in Fairfax, Virginia. She was known. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, not even like New York City, like, like Fairfax. Like, okay, like go Fairfax, like represent, I guess.
God, that's so funny. Out of the blue. From 2016 K-drama. That's
Yeah,
kind of
maybe not 2016, but I think like,
Or, like, old.
plus or minus
Oh, okay.
2 years.
Okay, DMV represent, I guess. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. I didn't know it was gonna take this long. Okay. Well, I guess that wraps up our podcast with Josh. Woo! Was there anything that you would like to plug for any of our viewers watching or listening?
Well, I said this earlier, but a writing committee is on Tuesdays and Fridays every week from 7 to 9 at TAWS TBD, because we do not have the rooms booked at the moment. But yes, like come write the play for PCN with us. We are currently working on the plot and it is kind of forming all together. So if you want to be involved in the process, come out to writing committee.
Ooh, it's super fun.
Super duper fun.
Just if you ever want to be on the podcast like Josh, make sure you fill out the interest form. We would love to have you. You can talk about almost anything that you want to talk about, the things that you love, the things that you hate, your passions, whatever it may be. Bring it to the table. We'd love to hear it.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about it. Good job. Okay, cool. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's do it again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Bye guys. All right. Okay, that's a wrap.
Yay. Woo.